Hey travelers, Flor Nastasi here. I am in beautiful Lodo at Confluence Park in Denver, Colorado. And I'm here in Denver for about 2 weeks. I'm here to visit my good friends Seth and Megan. They're also fellow YouTubers. They live here in Denver and they do a lot of Denver based stuff. So I will link their channel down below so you can go check them out. But I have visited Denver about 3 times now. And I've done the touristy stuff, I've done the non-touristy stuff. So I feel like I kind of have a good grounding of at least what it's like to be a tourist here when visiting the Mile High City. So I wanted to give about 8 things you will like and you probably won't like when you come to visit Denver. So there's no particular order. I'm going to just kind of go through them one by one. And I want to see what you guys think. Do you agree with me? And if there's anything that I'm off base about, because if you live in Denver or are very familiar with this place more so than I am, let me know down below and please correct me. One of the first things that I've noticed is the transportation here is not too bad. I mean, when you land at the Denver International Airport, you have a few options. You can, of course, get a ride share to your destination, but one thing that I really enjoy is taking the RTD, the city's train system. It takes you directly to from the airport straight to Union Station, which is the main downtown hub of the city, and they also have a lot of rail lines that can take you to different destinations throughout the city. But if you're trying to go out of the city, I suggest you might want to get a car because it is not very walkable once you get out of Lodo and upper downtown. So transportation is not a bad thing, and getting around is fairly easy. And with that being said, one thing you will not like about visiting Denver is the traffic. Boy oh boy, it is pretty rough at times, but what can you expect? A big city like Denver is going to have a lot of tourists all year round. Especially Lodo. I was driving over here the other night, and parking is, after 5 o'clock, good luck. There is some parking garages, but they will charge you dearly. The one I parked in the other night was, I think, $12 an hour. Granted, you do get direct access to downtown, but one tip is if you come on the weekends, I think Sunday, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, parking is completely free, at least on the streets. But good luck finding a spot. So that's that. I've covered traffic and transportation. Another thing that you're going to like is that Denver, it is in such a central location that most everything that you'll enjoy doing is at least under 3 hours away. Whether you want to go skiing, hiking, Rocky Mountain National Park, I think it's only about an hour or so, hour and a half from Denver. So all of these recreational activities that, you come to Denver for, they're all within a quick, pretty simple drive. And there's stuff to do here in Denver. But if you're looking to go hiking and doing the actual cool experiences like going up to Vail, you'll want to get out of the city for a little bit. So don't limit yourself just to Denver. There's so many more different places to see on the outskirts. So with another pro, I'll give you a con. The crime here, as many people will know, it's upticking. There is a large homeless population here. Just like any other major city, the city is trying to combat it as much as they can. But my opinion, I think any of these bigger metro cities can do a lot more than what they're currently doing. But for the most part, it's not too bad. The people, they're not too aggressive. You just treat them with kindness, and they'll usually reciprocate the same attitude back towards you. That's how I look at it. Everywhere you go, there's going to be crime. Just be smart. I don't suggest walking downtown, particularly late at night by yourself. And just keep an eye on where you're going and watch your back. That's all I have to say about that. Let's see, the next pro, the climate. As everybody knows, you get to experience all 4 seasons here in Denver in one day. And that's just the truth of the matter here. Just the other week, it was snowing a couple inches, and then about 2 hours later, it warmed up to about 80 degrees. And if you can say that's not a typical Denver day, then I don't know what to tell you. And the weather here is super bipolar. The sun gets pretty brutal, so make sure to bring your sunscreen here, hydrate, because it does get a little wonky here with the weather patterns. And it's funny, one observation that I noticed last year is the city's actually not very fast to respond to snowfall. I noticed this last year. I was here back in March. All the RTD lines, they were still running in the buses, was still running in like heavy snow downtown. And I'm like, when's the city gonna clear this? But as my friend who lives here told me, they just kind of take their time. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So just watch out for the climate, and best times to visit that you don't have to deal with the snowstorms is probably between April to May. That's probably the best times to visit. The next con is going to be high sales tax. And of course, with any big city, high sales tax is going to be a thing. I got my first reality check with Denver's sales tax when I had to purchase tickets for a concert that we're going to here in a couple weeks. It was like $25 just for the tax of the ticket. Part of the tax in this city goes to, I think my friend explained it to me, goes to cleaning up the city, the beautification of the city. And that's pretty cool. I wish other bigger cities would take part in that, but there's a lot of other little silly fees that people have to pay here. So that's just one thing to consider if you're planning on moving to Denver. Do your research. The next thing is the food scene. Denver is not really known for a particular kind of cuisine. They have a lot of different varieties. So when you come out here, I strongly suggest getting out of your comfort zone, whether you like Asian, Mexican, just any other type of food besides pizza and hot dogs. Because yes, you can get those here, and but one of my favorite restaurants, I have a couple, Denver Biscuit Company. If you're gonna go there, get the Franklin biscuit. It has like vegetarian gravy. It's stacked super high. You're gonna have to go for a massive run afterwards. Denver Biscuit Company is really good. Avanti, F&B, I believe it's called, Avanti. They have great cheeseburgers, craft cheeseburgers, Wagyu burgers, that is. And just get out, try new things each day when you get here. There's hundreds and hundreds of restaurants to choose from. So another thing that's not the best, it's a hit or miss kind of thing with Denver, is the air quality. The air quality is not very good, and this is due to a bunch of different variables such as, ozone, pollution, wildlife fires that have came throughout the city, the smoke and the smog, and some days it's pretty thick. So if you are an asthmatic like me, make sure to just bring your nebulizers, your inhalers, and all of that stuff, because you don't want to be having breathing issues while you're here in Denver. But on the other note, there's like 20 hospitals here, so you won't have any issues finding quality healthcare in the city. That's what I've noticed as well. So, and besides all of that, that's pretty much all I have to say today. I would like to know your thoughts. Have you visited Denver? If you have, what are some pros and cons that you'd like to share? Please leave them down below. And I have another fun little video coming up soon while I'm here in Denver, and you don't want to miss it, especially if you're traveling here and you need to get from the airport to downtown relatively quickly. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.